Good afternoon. Good morning still. Good morning. Good morning. Hope all is well. Oh, that looks sleepy. Hey, happy Friday. Everybody's here today. Good, good, good. Almost everybody. Alrighty. This is the last day before milestone. Milestone is on Monday. So hopefully you're studying and getting ready. And so what I want to make sure is that you have done your um all your Nearpods and work on your Earth Day challenge. So the last Nearpod that we were working on was food webs and food chains. So with that, we need to remember that that's about the transfer of energy through an ecosystem, going from one organism to another. Food chains are a simplified version of it goes from plants, which are the only ones that can absorb sunlight energy, and then they take it in through the plants. Sorry, they photosynthesize and store food in the plant, and then as the plant eater comes along and they eat the plant, and then they store that energy that was in the plant, but they use some of it. So we have to remember the 10% rule is that only 10% of the energy is transferred from one organism to another because they use 90% of it for their body functions. So a food chain is a simplified version, but in reality, in nature, several, the same way we don't eat one kind of food all the times, most things feed off of a variety of things. So a food web shows the variety of things that that organism might eat and who the variety of organisms that might eat them. Okay, so that's food webs and food chains. So make sure that you have that's good. I'm glad you are so ready. Okay, I will put that in the folder for you. Remind me again what that was replacing the what, Andre? Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Well, last time I checked, so the one I have to put in now is food webs and food chains. So if you did not do, last time I checked, people were missing cells. So if it's affecting your grade, then that means you have an Andrew, not Andre, Andrew. I don't have any Nearpod scores for you at all. So did you go in and actually complete the Nearpod? You got cells in biology. Sorry, cells in the biodiversity. That's the first one. Cells and classification, cell function and classification. And then this one that I have not recorded for anybody right now is food webs and food chains. Yeah, I look every day. I looked yesterday and it's not showing that you did it. But I'll look again today. I will look. Because yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's doing a whammy on you. Okay, I'm going to check right now. But when I checked on Wednesday, they were not done. Andre, you too. So I'm going to put that in that score in your practice one, but you need to do the Nearpods, Andre. So you need to catch up on those. And again, those are review type activities. Now, I don't see anybody has submitted the Earth Day challenge. So if you have done all of your Nearpods, and I have recorded a score, and you have answered the question for Keystone Species, then please work on the Earth Day challenge. The Earth Day challenge, I'm going to pull that up right now. Remind you about what that is. And that's in that same folder of all the other things that are reviewed for the milestone. So all of these topics that are the Earth Day challenge are also topics on the test. So this is not just something that is an Earth Day activity, but they are all topics that you need to be aware of for the milestone exam. Okay, they're just all presented in such a way that they've identified topics that are designed to get you thinking about the planet, your place on the planet as a global citizen. So we need to be aware of our ecosystems and biodiversity. So we just did that. And more importantly, the human impact. What activities do we do that disrupt our environment, our forests, our urban development? What are we doing? What are we doing to the water and pollution? What are we doing to climate and change and the biological things that are affected by climate change? Pollination and food webs. So we just did food webs. Conservation and genetics. We've done genetics, and then this is just a reflection. So if you have completed all of your Nearpods, please work on this. This is a graded assignment, but this was not due until next week. So if but do it because like I said, it is a review type activity. Really doesn't help if you do it after the exam. So everybody has something to do today. All right, and I'm going to be checking on all the Nearpod grades, and I will let you know what is submitted and what is not. Give me 1 minute to do the attendance. Now, these are essay answers, so you don't have to do anything, no posters or pictures or anything like that for them. You just need an essay answer to the question. Uh-oh. I closed something I shouldn't have closed. Oh, there I keep closing stuff instead of clicking on them. It's Friday. My Zoom doesn't like me when I open up a Nearpod, but I'm about to open it up. Actually, it does okay for certain things, as long as I don't open a collab board, which is what I've been doing. Yeah, I'm going to check on them now. Like I said, on Wednesday when I checked on them last, I was missing all kind of grades. So if you have done them, I'm going to let you know right now whether I'm still missing a grade for them or not. And I will start with the one for ecosystems and biodiversity. So ecosystems. All right. Okay, what is this? What are ecosystems? Look like a few people went in and did some wonderful things with that. All right, on ecosystems. Andre, it looks like you started it, but you didn't finish it. And I have an Avenay, you did this, but I already put your grades in. Okay. All right, next. All right, so Xander, you had that one. Next, biodiversity. This is the one I'm missing quite a few people. Okay. All right, so on biodiversity, I picked up some grades here. I'm just missing. Okay. Just missing Malaysia and Andre. Okay, moving on to cells, cell functions. Okay, same two people on that one. Now, classification. See, folks, y'all didn't have these things in here on Wednesday when I checked, but they're there now. All right, so I will fix those. Okay, that's just fine. Okay. That brings us to food webs and food chains. That was the long one. This one is worth twice as much because you had a participation grade as well as a quiz grade. So this one is the 20-point grade all by itself. Jamarion, yes, you did. You did everything. Yeah. The biodiversity one is the one everybody left off that question. So that's why you all had to do the question about what is a keystone species, because that was on biodiversity and everybody left it blank. And that's what caused y'all to get an 8 out of 10 on that one. So make sure. All right. So we got a couple of people still working on food chains and food webs. People who, so Brooklyn, it looks like you're finished. Raymond's finished. Jamarion is finished. And Xander is finished. Everybody else look like they still, Imani, I guess you're finished. Um, no, you're not. You didn't do the last two questions. So I'll wait. I won't post your grades yet. But Imani, Junior, Avenay, Malaysia, y'all is still working on it. Food webs, food chains. And Andre, you hadn't started. All right, so I got a grade for Xander, Jamarion, Raymond. Brooklyn. All right, everybody else should be working on food webs, food chains. Make sure you do, so you get, like I said, you get a participation grade, so you need to answer all the poll questions, do all the drag and drops, do the open-ended questions, the multiple choice, the draw it, and again, the open-ended questions at the end. So make sure you do all of that if you haven't done it yet. All right, having done that, if you've come, if I said you're all right with food and food webs and food chains, work on your Earth Day challenge. Everybody needs to do that because I have no submissions for that at all. All right, so I will fix, where'd my grade book go? Everything keeps jumping around on me. Let me fix these up for you. What else do we need to fix? Okay, first column is fixed. Let's see. There you go. All right, you're back to being the professor. All right, so I got all of you who said that you had missing grades. I fixed it. Like I said, Wednesday when I checked, that's what I saw. So now today I see something different. So I have fixed those. So I'm sure both of you are feeling better. Not anymore. Yeah, I was looking at that. I was quite concerned on Wednesday when I saw that. But it's better now. I will make sure I do a manual refresh. Mhm. Um, okay, I have to. What can't you submit? Do I need to change the date on something? Hold on. Earth Day. Why can't we submit? Oh, that's weird. Okay. For some reason, I didn't change it to make it a Dropbox. That is my fault. So let me fix that. I was doing some, because of the Nearpods, I didn't change this one to a submission. So let me fix that. Alrighty. And so available for next week. Okay. Saving. Okay, you should be good now to submit the Earth Day challenge. It should now have, so you might have to refresh your page, but it should let you submit now. I apologize. Like I said, because I'm submitting all of the Nearpods, I forgot to switch the assignment box on this one. Okay. Good, good. All right, so after the milestone, we're going to do two projects, one on ecosystems and one on um, taxonomy, and have you doing some activities with that to finish up the year. Amazing. We got 4 more weeks of school. All righty. And I'll be available for tutorial this afternoon at 1:30 if you have any questions that you want to ask. If there are any topics that you still don't understand that you saw on the study list, any questions that you ran over. Like I said, if you went through the questions on that study guide, they give you, look at the wrong answers as well as the right answers. They explain why it's wrong. And again, those are not the questions. Those are sample questions. So looking at why the other answers were wrong is as helpful as looking at the right one so that if you see it a different way on the test, you'll be familiar with it. Again, vocabulary, I can't impress upon you enough that knowing your vocabulary is important. If you know what the word means, you can answer the question correctly. Okay. All right, so again, the Dropbox is open for the Earth Day Challenge. Also, remember that you have a whole list of videos in your class file that you can go back and watch. If you just want to sit back and let some videos talk to you, you have quite a few that you can fall back on. All right, Jamaria, and don't forget to answer the keystone species question. Mhm. Okay. All right, so again, for food webs and food chains, the only grades I have, completed grades, are Xander, Jamarion, Raymond, and Brooklyn. Everybody else owes me a food web and food chains grade. So please make sure you finish that first and then work on your Earth Day challenge. Actually, Xander, you're missing biodiversity. Right, yeah, Xander, you're missing biodiversity. So please fix that. Oh, I just saw that. All right, Xander, did you hear that? You're missing biodiversity. You got 3 people missing on that one. Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness. Something didn't get me. Absolutely. Another driver on the road. Good luck to you. Thank you. I don't know what is tickling my throat. I never have been allergic to stuff, but this pollen season is starting to get to me. All right, lovely people, it's Friday. So let's have a early dismissal, and you all have a great lunch and have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. Good luck with your test. And that's right. And good luck with the milestone, because I won't see you until after the milestone. So study, study, study. I know you'll do well. I know you'll do well. All righty. Bye. Have a good one.